All right, so if you're a Next.js developer, you know the feeling. You're super excited to start a new project, but first, you've got to get through that initial, kind of tedious setup. Well, today we're going to look at a tool that's designed to fix that exact problem, getting you to the code you actually want to write way faster.
Does this sound familiar? You're ready to build something awesome, you run the standard command, and then you spend the first 10, maybe 15 minutes just deleting stuff. It's this common little roadblock that just gets in the way of the real work.
It's practically muscle memory at this point, isn't it? You get in there, you nuke the default CSS, you get rid of that Vercel logo sitting in the public folder, and you zap that placeholder API route. It's this whole ritual you have to perform before you can write a single line of your own code.
So what if there was another way? Well, let's dive into a command line tool that was built specifically to solve this problem. It's called Create-Next Quick. So on one hand, you've got the official super powerful Create Next app. We all know it, we all use it. But on the other hand, we have this new challenger, Create Next Quick. And yeah, like the name suggests, it's built from the ground up with one thing in mind: speed, getting you started as fast as humanly possible.
So what is this thing exactly? At its core, it's a lightweight CLI tool. But the real key phrase here from its own documentation is with your choice of options. And that tells you everything. This isn't just about being fast. It's about starting with a project that's already molded to what you need, right from the very first command.
And that really brings us to its biggest strength. The real power of Create Next Quick is in the features it gives you right at that moment of creation. It lets you customize pretty much your entire project right from the get-go. And the level of control you get here is, well, it's really impressive. It's not just an interactive setup. It handles integrating your core tools, things like an ORM, maybe Prisma or Drizzle, and your linter, like ESLint. It even has built-in support for Shadcn UI, which is huge. But honestly, the most important feature might just be that last one, a truly clean, boilerplate-free project setup.
This right here is the instant payoff. All that manual cleanup we were just talking about, it's gone. The tool automatically gets rid of all the default assets and just gives you a completely blank page to start with. You can literally just jump straight into building your app.
And it's not just about what it removes, it's about adding the right things. I mean, how many times have you created a project and then spent the next half hour manually setting up Prisma or getting your ESLint config just right? This tool does all of that for you during the setup. It's a massive time saver.
Okay, so this all sounds fantastic, but is it complicated to use? Not even a little bit. The whole thing just boils down to one simple command.
That's it. Seriously, just that one command. And because it uses npx, you don't even have to install it globally on your machine. You just run it, and the magic starts. It really couldn't be any simpler.
So once you run that command, you get guided through these really simple interactive prompts. First up, the basics. What's your project name? Which package manager do you want? Then you pick your core stack. Yep, TypeScript, Tailwind, the App Directory. Next, and this is a huge time saver, you can instantly create a bunch of pages. And finally, you pick your add-on tools like your linter and ORM, and you can even tell it to install and set up Shadcn UI for you. It's like the perfect checklist for starting a new project.
And the documentation itself really calls this feature out. I mean, just think about it. Instead of you having to manually create all the files and folders for your homepage, about page, contact page, you just type the names into a prompt. That is a lot of boring, repetitive work just gone.
So after seeing all of this, you kind of have to ask yourself, could this become my new go-to for starting Next.js projects? Let's talk about why this actually matters for your day-to-day workflow.
It really just boils down to this. You get way more options and control up front, which means you spend way less time on cleanup and configuration, and the end result is just faster development. You get to the fun part of building your application so much quicker.
So, to sum it all up, Create Next Quick is really all about one thing: efficiency. You save a ton of time, you cut out all that repetitive work, and you start with a totally clean foundation that's already tailored to what you need. And the fact that it integrates all these popular tools for you, that's just the icing on the cake.
And that's the real question, isn't it? When you shave off all that setup time and mental energy from every single project, what new ideas could you explore? What could you build with that head start?